Good morning and welcome back to Gentlemen of Crypto episode 233.
Oh, yeah.
Today is Wednesday, August 22nd, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish.
Oh,
Q in the house, top dog, Antonio, Tony Noli, Cool Works.
Oh, yeah. First live view.
There we go.
Thanks for
welcome,
coming in.
welcome,
Thanks for
welcome.
coming in.
Madam Crypto. Hello, everyone. For the free Satoshi yesterday, who won?
Oh, yeah. So for the free Satoshis, we do not have a winner. No question posed for yesterday's finale, so no winners. But it's all good. We'll have one today.
All right, let's jump into the top story. Total crypto market cap jumps $12 billion in an hour as Bitmex pauses trading. What? Look at all that green. Haven't seen green. Even though it's only like 5% here and there, 3%, but it's all good.
Yep.
What is going on with Bitmex? A lot of weird trades have been going on over there. People are talking about it. Not a lot of happiness right now. What's the word?
Oh, yeah. Well, for those of you who may have seen, there was a short video going around about it showed Bitmex chat after it happened, which was hilarious. People were losing their mind. But what happened was a week ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, Bitmex actually announced they'll have scheduled maintenance at a certain time. Most people were caught off guard, you know, if you don't read or don't get the emails. And what happened was, while people couldn't trade, we saw a huge short squeeze, basically took out a lot of high leverage positions, pumped the price from 6,400, I believe, all the way up to almost 7,000 in a very short period of time. And then today, as we speak, I believe about 20 minutes ago, Bitmex maintenance came back up, saying that they were DDoS, and we saw the price go right back down to 6,400. This is just smacking traders left and right now on Bitmex. Arthur Hayes, if somebody has that picture of him smiling on CNBC, should throw that up. But yeah, Arthur Hayes is making money either way. Doesn't care about your complaints about system overloads or about any scheduled maintenance stuff happening. So I wouldn't really, you know, go that route. He actually, I believe somebody showed a message of him actually saying, well, if you have a problem, you can take it to court in Seychelles. So
no,
good
did
luck.
he go that far?
Yeah.
He went the Roger Ver route?
So good luck there. Yeah.
Here
take it to court in
is.
Seychelles.
I got him. Boom. There it is.
Yeah.
Hey, he like, look, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And if you do want to take it to court in Seychelles, I can guarantee you they've made a lot of money from Bitmex being there as a business. So good luck to you. It's sort of like taking banks to court right now.
This is his face when someone asks him about a pump and dump. He's like, did you get caught up in that? Yeah. Oh, man, you got to call me.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to call me. Let me know. I'll
man.
tell you when to pull out.
Yeah, you should have let me know. Yep.
Oh, my goodness. So you believe it was a pump and dump?
Well, it depends.
Some sort of
it depends on
internal foul play.
Yeah, it depends on what you consider a pump and dump.
Right.
What that means is if there was a shutdown of or maintenance of the system and there were bots that were still working, you never know who is behind the scenes buying up large orders of Bitcoin, also pushing the price down. There have been confirmed big buyers at this level buying 10 to 20,000 Bitcoins at a time. However, like we said, it's the market. You can get chopped up either way simply for a maintenance shutdown.
Right.
Binance had the same thing before. It's one of those things where in trading, these are factors you have to consider in a low liquidity market, which in the broad scheme of things, Bitcoin is still low liquidity. You can move the market.
There's some wheels that can move it.
Absolutely. So not really surprised there. Seen this plenty of times before, but it just was pretty funny to see a lot of the people mad at Arthur Hayes as if they're going to actually do something about it. You just take your loss like a man, take it on the chin, and go home, man.
What did I do? It happens.
It happens.
All right. Coin Center calls for Congress to give United States taxpayers safe harbor on Bitcoin hard forks. Before we get into this story, people, it's important to note you already have safe harbor on Bitcoin hard forks. Do not let them tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Don't believe the madness. It looks like Coin Center is calling for Congress to enact legislation that will provide Bitcoin investors with safe harbor on federal taxes incurred as a result of software forks, something the United States government has no clue what that even is right now.
And plus, it's a global currency. I don't know how this applies to people in Ethiopia. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Looks like an executive director, Jerry Brito, from Post published in Washington, D.C. based organization's blog, argued that crypto investors who have made a good faith effort to correctly pay taxes on funds received from blockchain forks should not be penalized retroactively since the IRS has not provided clear guidance on this matter. Again, it's one of those things where it's no duh.
Yeah.
You know? Not only retroactively, but moving forward.
Yeah.
The only way they have any power is if you give it to them. If Bitcoin or whatever other crypto fork, or when AntShares rebranded to Neo and all those, you don't listen. They don't know nothing about that. And even if they did, I mean, you can't just lay your claim to everything because all of a sudden it appears.
Yeah.
That is what was it called when we used to take people land.
No, yeah.
Eminent domain type.
Domain.
Yes, eminent domain. Like it's illegal, people.
Yeah.
So I'm against it in general, but again, for people who just only believe in the nanny state and can't do anything without the government telling them, I guess they want another reason to give forks, give money. Yeah, John Sieber said VAT on forks. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
it just makes no sense.
And honestly, I don't know how you would even make someone liable for paying taxes on a hard fork or something like that if that token isn't moved back into USD. It's a non-taxable event, and if there's a market for you to pay for things, do you have to pay taxes on the Bitcoin Cash you have sitting in the spot? No. And do you have to pay taxes on whatever other hard fork comes? No. It's people have found a way to create value without the state, and they don't know what to do right now because we're in 2018 and they still
big mad.
They still don't have a clear
a
clear initiative on how to tax it. They treat it as property. The CFTC calls it something else. We don't necessarily know. We're in purgatory right now. Nobody really knows exactly what to do. And I think it is funny that they specifically stated retroactively, getting people in trouble, because it looks as though that is the only way they can actually get any of these people caught up in these forks, because going forward, there's going to be more forks, there's going to be more coins. I mean, this is Pandora's box, to the 10th power. There's no way you can stop some kid from hard forking a coin and moving their funds off of the initial chain to that one. So, I mean, good luck.
And again, it's important to note too, is who is pushing this? Yeah. I haven't heard of any constituent right now who is saying, hey, we need to make sure we're taxing hard forks.
Yeah.
Why are you using our taxpayer dollars to even look into this? Yeah. Like, worry about Wall Street, worry about the regular market. We always say it.
Yeah.
The fact that we're using our own taxpayer money to be criminalized and to be investigated makes entirely no sense.
You know how crazy it is? There's people paying taxes on Bitcoin, which pays people to look into your Bitcoin taxes. Like, come on, man. Are we serious right now? This is just repeating the cycle, and this is the reason why people got into crypto, to get out of this perpetual cycle of, let me pay you to watch me.
As John Sieber said, I don't have crypto and I never made anybody with crypto. Same here. All we do is talk about it.
Yeah, we just do the news.
Right? This is crazy, people. Absolute nonsense. Look, Tar and Feather. If you haven't heard the show, go back and look at some of the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
Tar and Feather, these people. China's social media giant WeChat blocks a number of crypto media accounts, sources says.
Oh, man.
WeChat.
China's back.
Right? WeChat, the 1 billion user Chinese social media platform developed by Tencent, has reportedly blocked a number of crypto and blockchain related accounts. Local financial news outlet Lan Jinger reported August 21st. What's going on with WeChat and them all of a sudden being anti-crypto? Oh,
yeah. Well, it looks like WeChat users have been caught, or they've been watched, much like Telegram users, Discord users, to an extent, who were suspected of publishing initial coin offerings and crypto trading hype in violation of the service's provisions that they have. It says that they're going to block all this content and permanently block those accounts. Basically, they're saying if you ran a pump and dump group, or if you hyped up a coin that was coming out, they're going to get you out of here because you made too much money without them. And that's technically what's been going on throughout the space. If they can't go after the actual cryptocurrency or the actual Bitcoin accounts, they'll go after the ICOs. They'll go after the people who started the hype machine, who actually got all this money funded, because as a result, you end up basically shutting down a lot of the. I mean, if they use a blanket shutdown, which they have, you get rid of people who didn't have anything to do with ICOs. Just crypto in the name, crypto, anything they may have mentioned. I wonder how it's actually carried out, because some people get blocked because they mentioned crypto 2 years ago, and they're just like, well, just get them out of here, whatever. So, you know, it's sad to see, but it's China. China's back.
It's super sad. I mean, it's 2018, and because you don't agree with people, you're going to block them from a service. And this, you don't agree with people about how they want to use their finances.
Yeah.
How you want to use your own money, the value you've created. The government doesn't agree with you in China, so they're saying, we're just going to block you from using our services.
Hey, man, if you don't think this is 1984,
wow,
this is 1984 right here, man.
We're not allowed to do what we want as human beings, like without you getting angry. Because, you know what I mean?
And I
it's going to be a war fought over who uses crypto and who doesn't. That's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, and I think if China actually still has the social status rankings coming in the next 3 years or so, like they said, I wonder if people, that's going to affect it. You use crypto? Oh, okay, cool. Well, your social ranking just went down to a level where you can't purchase an apartment or a car. This is how it starts, people. And honestly, not only have they, you know, banned, you know, Bitcoin for years, they've banned it over and over. Now they're starting to move into media where they're basically blocking any access to see about news, or if somebody has an interesting idea, ICO, can't even speak about it anymore. So this is how you try and silence people. But we've always seen before, if you try and do prohibition, it never works. People are going to find a way. I can guarantee you there's some company that's about to start right now that'll take over at some point. And it'll be underground. Tor will probably increase in users. And a lot of these private browsers will start to take off. So
we're going to have some protests for the restriction of crypto in all these countries. We playing 3-6 Mafia when we pull up, because this is not going to be a peaceful protest at all.
Project Pata.
Project Pata in the background.
All the way.
We turning up because imagine if you're, you know, literally imagine you're 60 years old and you say, you know what, I've been working hard my whole life. I got my retirement. I just want to put 5% in this down on some crypto, make some trades, make a little bit of extra money on the side. Not doing anything illegal. This is a new financial market. I want to be open to this world, global financial market, whatever. And you get criminalized for it.
Yep.
You get criminalized for trying to become a part of a global financial market just because other people didn't think of it first and don't control it.
Hey, man, you better buy some EOS. EOS looks like the only thing they're going to allow after a while.
That is crazy.
You got validators, but
I'm telling you, this is the cause for war in some places. People.
Oh man, yeah,
it's ridiculous.
And then, yeah, this is ridiculous.
It's a shame. Thailand embarks on its own wholesale central bank digital currency. There we go. We haven't seen CBDCs in the news lately.
CBDCs.
But Thailand said we're going to bring it back.
Welcome back.
An announcement on Tuesday, the Bank of Thailand outlined a preliminary roadmap for Project Inthanon, its central bank digital currency initiative. Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
The Bank of Thailand, the country's central bank, is partnering with 8 participating banks in the collaborative project that will use R3's distributed ledger technology, of course, platform Corda, to build a proof of concept prototype that will enable domestic fund transfers within the country's interbanking system with the issue of CBDC tokens. The collective endeavor to that end is being dubbed as Project Inthanon. Again, is one of those things where it's a bunch of words only to mean a centralized data center, a centralized blockchain.
Yeah.
And the CBDC, again, is all we already have those.
Yeah.
All they literally do is just going to say, well, stop issuing fiat and we'll just keep everything digital.
Yeah. And then you won't have any privacy whatsoever.
And as I think the U.S., Congress did a report on it, as well as like MIT or one of these schools. But they already said if you actually unroll a CBDC, it will fail miserably because you are fully saying that cryptocurrency is real now to your people. You're getting behind and saying this thing actually does work. And then not only that, if you do have your CBDC, you're literally, as we already said, you're gonna have the same people controlling on the money, and this time they won't have to print it. They can just add a digital 0 or 4 or 10 to their balance and just start giving out money that way. Again, it's fake money. It's created out of thin air, and it means nothing. So.
And it would be a pretty seamless movement because we already do that. I mean, if you've seen fractional reserve banking, you already know they don't have the cash in their bank vault. to give to the people that are in their banks. Their users, basically, they put their money in, their hard-earned money, and then they loan it out and do their own thing with it, while basically keeping your money digital. Your money is digital right now. You're using digital currency as we speak. If you have a credit card or a card, there's just numbers. I mean, literally, when you get a loan, you don't walk out of the bank with $150,000 in cash. They just transfer those numbers over, and that's how they do their accounting. So you're already using digital currency. If they tokenize it to where they don't want any cash and they don't want to use it, which may very well happen, they're going to create a competition where people are going to be able to look and recognize cryptocurrencies, because they're going to say, well, if they have this and it's central, and these aren't central, nobody I've met completely trust their government. It's only going to take a little bit of infrastructure for people to realize, all right, yeah, this is not going to work. CBDCs, I can't buy anything, I can't spend anything without somebody watching. It's over. I mean, I can't use this anymore. So.
Well, and then they said the decentralized money transfer initiative. All right, people, if you think this is decentralized, you are going to be out. There's no central bank aiming for decentralization. So the fact that this story says the decentralized money transfer initiative, who's the author? Who do they have up here? I don't think they have the name up here. It's for a good reason, people. Yeah. Powered by blockchain technology, right? Is it means to raise the Thai financial sector's technological readiness for adopting new disruptive technologies in a concentrated effort to enhance operational efficiencies, the central bank said in its announcement. Again, a lot of words, Sue. There's already a real decentralized way of doing this, and there's already a real blockchain do it. Like, all they have to do is use Bitcoin. Yeah. And that's how you know they're lying. Yeah. If something was truly decentralized, and they're saying, hey, we're thinking about making this, we already have it as Bitcoin, people. It works. Yeah. It has, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really the Bank of Thailand, excuse me, I'm over here thinking about Hangover 3. The Bank of Thailand, do you really think they're going to make a better decentralized currency than what Bitcoin already is with those developers?
Not even close.
Any notable developers you know from Thailand? I'll wait.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, what are they even talking about right now?
Yeah. CBDCs, it's one of those things where it's weird. Just CBDC, it sounds like something you catch on your feet, but hopefully soon enough people will start to realize it for what it is. It's one big honeypot for people to put all their money in and feel like they're safe. Don't really trust it myself personally, but for those of you watching, we're starting to see the world change right before our eyes. And we've said the word CBDC, I think, more than any other Bitcoin news.
When it first started popping up in February, whenever it came out the blue Wednesday after morning.
Yep. So a year or two from now, when CBDCs is all over and it's regular and people may be using it, remember who you heard it from first? Because
I don't think it's gonna be that long. Because listen, the war is gonna happen, people. Like this, I don't literally see another way of doing this, or at least they're gonna be locking people up, because I mean, it's one of those things where they are trying everything right now and nothing is working. To me, this looks like a small animal that's been caught in a corner. It's been trapped. It's the predator, I guess, in this scenario is Bitcoin. The small animal is like banks and governments. And they're literally crapping themselves right now. They're freaking out. They don't know what to do, which is why they're coming up with the worst ideals and naming them decentralized projects when we know they aren't.
They're just copying.
And I mean, I think it's one of those things where what happens when an animal's cornered, it's going to fight to the death. And I don't see, unfortunately, these central banks and governments going down easy saying, all right, Bitcoin's the far superior technology and it makes sense and it does help people around the world. They're not going to do that. Nah. They are going to fight to the death. And I think we're going to see the rest start rolling in going toward the end of this year, next year, especially the next bull run, when this thing blows past 20K, people getting arrested left and right. Yeah. Remember I said it. They're going to be arresting people left and right.
And we already said 2018 is the year to pick a side.
Right.
We told you here. This is the year.
Stand your ground, though, people. Yeah. Esmondale said, what scammers? We all know that this coin would not be decentralized. There's no way a central bank would create and or back a totally decentralized coin. Of course not.
Oh, yeah. We know that.
Yeah.
What we're trying to say is there's people out there that really don't know that.
They're going to believe it. Well, the government said you got to use the CBDC to buy your milk everywhere you go. Well, it's just the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Because you're just supposed to.
Right. FTC warns of rise in Bitcoin blackmail scams targeting cheating husbands. I would say Bitcoin. We gotta get. I don't like that word.
This is hilarious.
It looks like I know the secret you are keeping from your wife and everyone else. You can ignore this letter or pay me $8,600 confidentially fee in Bitcoin. That looks like what the Federal Trade Commission Division of Consumer and Business Education posted a sample quote from a typical scam on their website. So, wow.
Hey, man.
This hustle's coming out everywhere in this game right now.
People are making up ways to get you to give them their Bitcoin.
Right, yeah, that's the whole thing about all this, people.
Just give me your Bitcoin.
Scams, everything, ICOs. Yeah. The bottom line, as Bitcoin said, Zay said, is just give me your Bitcoin.
Yeah, even
that's what it all comes down to.
This is a great look into human psychology, because even in an industry where the money you make from it is directly tied to the work you put into it, they don't want to mine, they don't want to trade, they don't want to provide any services. There are people who literally, they just want your Bitcoin for free. These people will always be around, and if you feel like you have something to hide, they use your guilty conscience against you. If they have a general sweeping, sentence,
really,
I know the secret you keep from your wife. Who isn't keeping secrets somewhere from their wife or a spouse or something like that? How bad it is, that's on you. But if you think it's worth $8,600 worth of Bitcoin, then they'll basically guilt people into give it to them. And they've used statistics basically in this article to see why scammers would do it. 1 in 5 spouses have admitted to committing infidelity. Ooh. We don't know if that number is higher or lower. I would think higher, simply because of websites like Ashley Madison that came out where it was 50-50. It was women and men.
He's jaded, people.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's just one of those things where the numbers, they don't lie. And honestly, if you like me, I'm like, well, you gonna have to.
Yeah, ride it out.
Whatever. I mean, whatever you put out there. I don't keep people around me weak enough to take scams from somebody because of a secret. Like, come on, man. You got
we like seeing this thing where the road ends. Yeah. People, ride it out. All right.
Yeah.
Listen, come
hand deliver this secret.
And we'll see how far. I like that. Come hand deliver that secret.
See how far this goes.
Listen, you gotta be shameless these days. We said it before. Yeah. The scams are going to continue to roll in, especially with technology and the ability to hack and all that good stuff. The scams will roll in. We talked about this before. Some of these Black Mirror episodes, they had the scams and stuff with the blackmail mining and all the blackmailing and stuff. Yeah. But it's one of those things, as Bitcoin they said, if you're, if it's a secret that big and you're that worried, I mean, you probably shouldn't have it anyway. But there will be no payments, people. There's no negotiating with terrorists. There's no payments happening. Mm-hmm. I'm over here like Kevin Hart did when he got caught cheating. I remember they had him on the interview. And they were asking him, they was like, what made you come out? Was it the amount of money? Mm-hmm. And he was like, it didn't matter the money. It was like, what, would you give her like $50,000 or $100,000? $5,000? He was like, the woman's not getting no money. Like the money, or the extortionist, the person who tried to extort them. Mm-hmm. He's like, they're not getting no money. It's just not how. I'd rather come out in public and just say I messed up. Mm-hmm. And we agree, and that's how we feel like it's going to happen in the crypto space. Mm-hmm. If you're getting scammed, or they have one over here, they said that, of course, the infidelity they're doing, but they're also doing ones where I know, hey, you haven't paid your taxes. This is the IRS calling. You need to send your money in crypto. They have all
Social Security number.
Oh my goodness! I mean, literally, we're still getting emails at our at the company account for the Nigerian scams right now. People are emailing us at KRBE Crypto like, we have $100 million locked away from a princess or prince. Like,
are you serious?
So it's one of those things whether the words are scam or review, because it looks like they're using the word review as well. As Bitcoins, they say, you got to hand deliver that, people.
Oh yeah. It is good the FTC is trying to do something about it. But this is how the world works, and you just got to be ready for it. So if you have something that you can be blackmailed about, go ahead and buy $8,600 worth of Bitcoin and be ready to pay it off.
There you go. John Siebert said this shaming works on Ned Flanders. Exactly. Yeah. That's the people who work.
Call that bluff. Yeah, call that bluff. And what's even funnier is some of the secrets that people have against their spouse may not even be infidelity. It may be that they have Bitcoin and cryptocurrency that their spouse doesn't know about, and it's like, well, I know you have $100,000 worth of crypto your wife may not know about. I see your child support payments are kind of low, something like that, and then they may try and use that against you. So it is weird. There are people who do this, but these scammers exist, and there's $1 billion industry behind it. So.
Just tell the scammer with a smile on your face to go ahead and ruin someone else's day, because
you're not ruining mine.
You're not getting this Bitcoin. Yeah. That's what's not happening today.
Yep.
All right, that's all we have. Again, it's been slow news cycle, people. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's the summertime or the market or what, but it is what it is.
All the journalists went back to school.
Right. They went to blockchain tech to get some info.
Gotta do something.
For the free Satoshis, what are we doing today?
Oh, yeah. So for our free Satoshis, our question of the day is, will you pay taxes on hard forks?
Oh, wow.
So we have plenty of hard forks of Bitcoin itself, plus hard forks of other coins. When these airdrops happen, when these hard forks occur, you are automatically credited with this money you may not even want or value. So do you feel like you should have to pay taxes on it?
They just taking everything.
Or do you feel this is something that is maybe a gift? Because in the eyes of the IRS, you can be gifted up to a certain amount. I think it's 15,000.
No, let's up that up. We can be gifted up to 100 million.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
switch that number. Just like they switched it. Let's switch the number on them.
It's a gift. I mean, it's literally.
You gonna tell me how much somebody else can give me?
Exactly. Yeah. You can't even claim.
What world do we live in?
What world do we live in?
Like,
yeah, look, this is a gift. My boy gave me 50K because he believes in me. And then, you can only have up to 15, so the other 35 we need to take out capital gain or whatever you make from it. And it's crazy how that works, but. How do you think airdrop should be taxed if you think it should? I'm interested to see what people say about that. Put your public address and we'll send those free Satoshis.
That's funny. You know what? I'm not trying to blame any generation on this, but baby boomers and all that, come on, you got to take some responsibility. This is kind of your fault right now. Like, what were you all thinking to allow the government create these rules and you abide by them?
Man,
like,
everything was good.
Listen, it's a new day and time. Like, ain't nobody going for that.
Everybody had a chicken in the pot and a nice little house and a wife. Oh, man. 2.5 kids.
2.5. Everybody had a white picket fence. They went to sleep at the wheel. Yeah, we're not playing that game in this generation. All right, that is not going down.
Middle class is gone, bro. We out here.
Right.
Somebody asked about the next ETF date. The ETF dates, we'll go ahead and run through them. ProShares ETF, 23rd of August tomorrow. The decision for that.
Probably going to be denied.
Probably. Bitwise ETF is the 7th of September. Direction ETF is the 21st of September. And the CBOE SolidX, which is the big ETF, is September 30th. So following that decision, I don't know what other ETF decisions may be coming. However, those are the 4 big ones to look for throughout these next 2 months. So
here we go.
Just go from there based on those decisions.
All right. And last couple of statements. Cool Work said baby boomers grew up with parents from the Depression. Maybe that's why they trust the government. Hey, I understand. I definitely understand why.
Didn't have much media.
Hey, listen, I understand, but
we have information now. I mean, you can't.
Well, even going back toward the feudal system, lords had just as much power as some of the kings and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It was the reason people, they knew, they was like, hold on. Hey, you ain't taking my money or my land. Like, I just give me my own army. Yeah. So, I don't know. It might be something we need to revisit because this is getting out of hand. Other than that, before I get caught with treason, say a happy hump day to everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Cheers.
Have a good one.